So can we have too much of a good thing? One of the risk factors with peri-implantitis is the possibility of having excess cement around our implants. That cement around implants harbors bacteria and can cause a peri-implant mucositis and then an ongoing peri-implantitis. When cementing a crown on dental implants, we have to be aware that any excess often is trapped under the soft tissue. And this study by Agar in 1997 looked at taking 6 experienced clinicians and asking them to remove excess cement after cementing a crown on an implant. What they found was when you remove the cement, you often would scratch the abutment, you would gouge the abutment, and there would be excess cement remnants left in the peri-implant soft tissues. This rough surface would then increase plaque accumulation and obviously be a risk factor for peri-implantitis. And they also found that zinc phosphate was the easiest to remove, then GIC, and then resin cement. So one of the techniques I use to minimize excess cement is the chairside copy abutment. And I'm going to show you this video on how we actually use this chairside copy abutment technique. So what we do here, you can see there was a titanium abutment and this is the crown. What we're going to do now is to create basically a copy abutment. So inside the crown, we adapt Teflon tape onto the inside intaglio surface, the fitting surface of the crown. I then use a bite registration material, a quick setting silicone type material. We inject that into the crown. I place it a little bit onto a tray. And as you can see, I then place the crown onto that base of bite registration material. We just want something very quick setting. Once we take this off, you can see the crown comes off and we remove the Teflon tape and you can see we now have our copy abutment. So what happens now is that when we're ready to cement the crown, we ensure that the abutment is dry. We place our Teflon tape over the screw access, the screw hole. We load up our resin cement. We place it to the fitting surface of the crown. We try not to have too much excess. And then what we do is we place that crown onto the copy abutment. When we seat this onto that copy abutment, most of the excess gets removed. I clean around the edges of the crown to ensure there's no excess there. And then we place the crown. Because we've placed that onto the copy abutment, we have a very low film thickness of that crown. We don't have much excess. And as you can see, very little excess results. So a very useful technique when you have to actually cement, retain a crown. So you can see that we're using a wheeling instrument to check for excess and then remove anything that's there. But with this technique, very little cement is left. It seems like a very small thing, but we want to do the very best we can to enhance the longevity of our dental implants.